A number of years ago, maybe 15 years ago, the grandfather of the Kala got up and he said, I want to make a speech. Rabbi Diskin got up and he said, you know, many years ago, I was in Chaim Berlin Yeshiva right after the war. The war ended, I had nothing, like everybody else in America. And I went to Yeshiva's Chaim Berlin, but I didn't know if I was going to stay or not stay. And I didn't know how important Yeshiva was then, because no one realized back in America that those that stayed in Yeshiva stayed Jewish, and those that left Yeshiva in many cases married Goyim and were never Jewish again. One day I was having a hard time learning. I felt like it wasn't going well. And I got on a train and I went back home. And in my mind I said, you know what? I'm going home, I'm done, it's not for me. I'm sitting on the train on the way home, and an older bacher from the yeshiva comes over to me and says to me, Diskin, you look like you're learning great. That one line, he walked away, and I said, wow, he thinks I'm learning great. Maybe I am learning great. I went back home, and after the weekend, I decided I'm going back to yeshiva. And I stayed in yeshiva through high school and base medrash, and I became a ben Torah, and all my children have been at Torah, and my grandchildren have been at Torah. And today, my granddaughter is getting married. He says, you know what's so powerful about that story? The man who came over to me that day was Mr. Lobenstein. Mr. Lobenstein is the grandfather of the Chatan. That man, who maybe 40 years ago stopped me on a train, said one positive comment and changed my life. He probably has no recollection of that comment. Today, our grandchildren are getting married and celebrating the Sheva Berachot. You can't imagine what people are thinking. You can't imagine people's emotions. And you can't imagine how powerful one positive thing that you can say, how powerful of impact it has. And sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes you don't say it to the person's face. You say it behind their back, and then they find out. And you can't imagine how defeated they are. I thought he was my friend. He was talking about me. I thought I worked in an environment where we were safe, and people are talking about me. Who else is talking about me? People can feel so vulnerable when they feel like there's negativity around them. And people can feel so strong and so uplifted if they feel like there's positivity around them. One comment could change a person's life, because words do matter.